Good afternoon, soul family. Welcome to today's Source First channel card read and teachings for the collective. I am just going to cleanse the space with the tinctures, 3 sharp sounds. And my cards either side. Lovely, just to clear the energy, because I've not touched the cards for a few days. I was called to have a bit of a rest and hermit mode, just to realign, reassess, regroup and gather the energy. So I've already asked, well, first of all, I've already done a pre-shuffle, and I've already asked Spirit to use me as a channel for the cards to provide messages for the collective who are energetically aligned. So using the, which deck is this? The Herbal Astrology Oracle. Still quite a new deck to me, this one, but I do like it and I keep going back to it. I'm really drawn. I've got my crystals there. I could talk about those in a moment. All about grounding energy today, which has been really what I've been needing to do for the last few days. Well, which is what I have been doing for the last few days, but it's still prevalent because I've been drawn to pull these stones. So, Spirit, what do the collective need to hear? If you don't like to wait while I'm shuffling, because I do like to shuffle the cards on the camera, you can go to the description box below and there's timestamps in there. Okay, 2 there. I'm going to take those 2. Right, let's start with this one. Palo Santo. Love a bit of Palo Santo. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, I use it after sage. So it's a cleansing stick. It's small, it's wooden. It's from Peru, I believe, from the tree, from the dead bark of a tree. So the tree has to have fallen and it stays rotting for a certain amount of time before it's actually used and is able to be used for Palo Santo. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm always learning. I cleanse my space, generally speaking, with sage, with Californian white sage, and then I'll go in with the Palo Santo. It's got like a really herby, lemony, generally citrusy scent to it. It's absolutely beautiful. So it is for cleansing. And the message there is guardian. So you are being protected at this time. It reminds me very much of Will-o'-the-Wisp for those who are old enough to know what that is. But yeah, all about being protected by spirit and source at the time. And it's a 55, which is a master number, so we don't break that down in numerology. And master 55 is a master of change. It's about high frequency transformation, absolute freedom, because you're broken entirely away from old karmic shackles, and it's allowing you then to go forward onto this new path. What is it that you're broken away from? What is it that you've relearned? I love this for you. Next card out is Ginseng. Ooh, I think that's a bit fruity, isn't it? Doesn't that like bring on kind of how can I say it without getting banned off YouTube? Isn't ginseng an aphrodisiac? I think it is. The message there is magician, and basically you are in creative mode. You are in manifesting mode, and the number there is 40, which is down to a 4 in numerology. It's all about structure and stability, discipline and hard work and grounding. Oops, I was just shuffling there while I was saying that last word. So regarding the grounding, these crystal selection are all about grounding today. So we've got the big one at the back there is the raw citrine cluster. Oh, that stuck in my throat then. Raw citrine cluster. The chakras that represents is solar plexus and the sacral, and it's known for abundance and joy. Then we've got the tiger's eye here, which is about solar plexus and sacral chakra healing again. It's for courage and practical action, and it also balances logic with intuition. So often if we are drawn to more logic than intuition, then that will be a really good stone of balance there. Then I've got my trusty conker. Love my horse chestnut conker. That's about the earth star chakra below our feet. The chakra that is a lesser known chakra, but very, very prevalent in our grounding aspect. And so it's for earth star chakra and the root chakra as well. And it's a folklore protection, physical earth anchor. And then there we have the golden healer. Golden healer quartz, to give it its like Sunday name. And that's about the solar plexus chakra and the crown chakra. And that's about multi-level healing and high vibing light. So that's what I was drawn to today off my windowsill. All about the grounding, absolutely. Now, next card out. 8, 9, 10, 13, and again 4. So in numerology, so we add the numbers to make 1 digit. Oh, dropping the cards. So the message there is dream the world into being, which is basically the universe saying, I mean what I say. Be very careful with your thoughts at the moment. Only manifest, only think about what it is that you want to see. Don't think about the things that you don't want to see. Dream your world into being. I love that. I'm just shuffling off camera here. Another 4s. Did we have another 4 there before? Before? 4 before? Oh no, it's a 55. So mass number 44 there, Panther spirit. But deep physical and spiritual healing, that reclaiming your power. And again, we talk about this all the time. Sorry, these cards are flying out if you're wondering what I'm doing. Reclaiming your power, we talk about this all the time on this channel, whereby when we say yes to something that we actually mean no to, we are betraying our own needs. And yes, it's nice to be kind, and yes, it's nice to do you know, selfless acts for other people, but not to the detriment of yourself. And this is what a lot of my work is about, is kind of unpicking all these learned belief systems that no longer serve us. So we've been taught, haven't we, through the generations to give and put others first. Well, for me, that's absolutely on its ass. It's absolutely the back end of what we should be doing. We should be putting ourselves first. And when Spirit is asking you to reclaim your power, it's basically asking you to stand up for yourself and stop doing things for the people that you don't want to do. Every single day, people are telling me, oh God, I've got to go here now, I've got to go there. I'm like, well, don't. Oh, I have to. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. You are a sovereign being. You have complete authority over yourself. I understand you want to please people. I understand that you want to do things that are nice to other people. And I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying be selfish. But if you feel that you don't want to do anything, why would you waste your energy and time doing it for somebody else? I don't understand. So reclaim your power. I can link below, though I think it will be in the messages, because for some reason I can't put links in the description box. So in the messages, I'll link you meditation to Rising Higher Meditation. She's an Australian lady who does a wonderful reclamation of power meditation. A total cheat. You can just play it overnight. You don't have to sit there. I think it like runs 8, 9, 10 hours. Just play it overnight. You can, if you sleep with somebody, you know, share a space with somebody at night time, you can just put it on your earphones. Other than that, you can just play it out loud, and even when you fall asleep, your soul will still listen. Okay, so reclaim the power, and that will recall back your energy to yourself, to your soul, that you have let go through selfless acts for other people. Next card out is be peace. So the greatest, another one there, the greatest, what can I call it? Not attribute, it's not an attribute, it's a commodity. The greatest commodity for me is my peace. Secondly, it's my time. And nobody, but nobody will be allowed to get to my peace anymore. If you are peace, you are centered. You don't let people's projections in. You don't let people's opinions in. Yes, it's nice to have a different perspective and a viewpoint. That's absolutely fine. But if you know that something you want to do is correct for you, my cat's just sat on the printer and set it off. Sorry about that. If you know that you are dead straight on something for you, and then we listen to another person, oh, you need to get off that button. And you then listen to another person that's going to take away your peace. It's going to take away your alignment and your understanding, your inner standing of what it is that you need. So be peace. And when you know that you've shifted your timeline and you've shifted your ascension process, you know, when you've elevated your ascension process, you'll find that other people's opinions and what they have to say about you really doesn't matter, because you see it for what it is. It's just projections from other people who aren't necessarily in a healed place, projecting their learned behaviours onto you and your options, your opinions on where you are in this world today. Oh my lord, my cat is printing out all sorts of stuff. She's very clever. And that's a 21, which is a 3 in numerology, and 3 is all about your creative expression, your communication and your social connection. So just be peace. Your peace will radiate throughout your day to other people. It's like contagiousness. Right, cat spirit. Yes, that's apt with my cat sitting on my printer. Claim your independence. Remember what I've just said there about being, where did I say that? On reclaiming your power, that you are a sovereign being. You didn't come here to be controlled. If you're hearing this message, you did not come here to be controlled. You didn't here to become a non-playing character, an NPC. You didn't come here to be part of the matrix. You came here to change society, to change the world with the collective. Claim your independence and understand who you are. Do the work, switch the telly off, educate yourself on ascension and your frequency, vibration, raising that frequency so you can receive the downloads of your next step, so that you can ultimately come here to fulfill what your soul chose to do. Very deep messages today. I love these. I don't do surface level. Okay, this is an 11, which is another master number. That's 3 master numbers now. This is about your spiritual illumination, high intuition. You can't stand there. Go on. Hi, good girl. High intuition. It's about your psychic connection. This is why I've got 1111 on my arm. To remind me of my connection to source, to spirit, to my higher self. It's the bridge. 11 is the bridge between the subconscious and the conscious, okay? And we've got butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. You are going through something now. I think you'd just forgotten who you were. You know, we come here with all this information, and as our soul knows, when we get deja vu, that's our soul remembering in small instances, okay? And everything that you need is already inside of you. People like me, people who are using their traumas, their ascension, their healing, their alchemization for the greater good of the collective, are here to remind you, to trigger you into your awakening. So if you've seen this on your For You page, or if you've been guided to subscribe, you are hearing this information for a reason. playfulness. But don't forget, you know, we've still got that inner child, haven't we? We've still got that innate sense of playfulness within us, but it just gets bogged down with all the rules, with all the cooperation, with all the confinement that we actually find ourselves in because of all the obligations that we have put upon us. You have still got your inner child crying out inside you for their needs to be met, and you can reparent yourself to reteach yourself to play. Think about a child when it's born, you know, it just plays for hours for no other reason than it's joyful, that it feels good. And we forget as we go older, as we get older and we start adulting, and we have responsibilities. Sometimes we're forced into responsibilities. Sometimes situations leave us where we cannot afford time for playfulness and joy. But now Spirit is reminding you it's time. Okay, that's a 6. 15 is a 6 in numerology. It's all about nurturing and home and family and service to others, which is self to start with, and stability. I love this. And that's a 5. We've had a 5 already, haven't we? Or was it 55? It's about freedom and adaptability and change and adventure. And I just love these woodland cards because I'm very connected to the Fae and the elementals, and I totally love these. You have been calling something in, and it will create stability. Look at her there. She's just manifesting with all her jewels up in the air, all the butterflies. That's all the spirit team around her, and it will cause you to be grounded and stable and connected. We're going to take, sorry, there's some children playing outside, which is really lovely, given that I've just been talking about the joyfulness and the inner child. That's the card. So we're going to take an Angel Guide Oracle from Kyle Gray and Mother, Father, God. We've had this before. That just to me represents the Sun card in the tarot, the source point of everything. Everything you need is within your reach. Look at her reaching out there. And see you barefoot on the ground. Get out in nature and get your shoes off. I love that. Absolutely brilliant reading. Real deep-seated, rooted messages there. I do hope you'll pay attention. Namaste to Spirit for channeling through me, and thank you for your continued support.